Hello everyone, and welcome back to part 39 of Build HMS Victory. Okay, so as I said in the previous video, this is getting really close to being painted now, so there's just a couple more little steps I need to do before obviously I get on to painting all the port side. The first one I do is obviously I want to add the chain rails that it seems like I made forever ago. It was probably 2 months, 3 months ago. So I'm just going to add these back in. Line the holes up. Okay, so that's all then dry fitted again, and I've just added that mainly just so I can make sure when I add the mouldings that I kind of add them in the correct places, well, best I can. Okay, so what I'm going to do for the next stage, I'm just going to slide in a spacer. That's just going to sit on that top rail. I'm just going to mask it down. I'm just going to apply a little bit of tape. I'll just keep that. Just fasten down while we progress on to the next stage. And I say that's just mainly so obviously when I bring this top moulding on, it'll just give me the correct height. Okay, and I'll just slide this piece under here. Okay, so I'm just going to take my first piece of textured moulding. This is obviously just moulding I made up myself. It comprises of just 3 smaller planks, obviously all just glued together. That's a 1x1 on the top, and then underneath I've got a 1.5 by 0.5, and then on the bottom I've got a 2mm by 0.5. That's just glued together, and it just gives you a better impression of the of textured moulding. Okay, so I'm just going to lay this above the chain rails so that I can mark it into the position I need. And I can just cut that to size. And that's just gonna, just want to make sure. In the new year I'm going to make some kind of like obviously bendable arms so that I can kind of move my camera around so I can get really close to obviously to show you, because obviously sometimes it's quite difficult to actually get you close to what you're doing. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this in place first, and just for this stage I'm just going to use a little bit of super glue. I'll try not to use a lot of super glue, but obviously on some stages it's just quite good to have the instant grab. Watching another guy build a ship on YouTube, he's obviously doing a really good job, but he's pretty much built it entirely in super glue. I'm not sure if I've ever seen him use any PVA or wood glue, but yeah, that's happy with that. That's the first one stuck in. Okay, so I'm going to cut the next one, so I'll just take that one out because obviously it's just slightly in the road. So obviously just lay them between the just make another indication mark. Yeah, so it's slightly a bit too long, but yes, it's better to trim it back than it is to add on. Yeah, that one's sitting nice there as well, so yeah, I'll just add a little bit of super glue. Okay, so I've just glued that back here there. I'm happy with that. Okay, so I've just held that 30 seconds while the glue dries. I'm happy with that. I'll just pop that back in, make sure it fits level. Yeah, that fits really nice. Okay, so I'll just move the support strip along. I'm just going to mask it in place here. Okay, just take a bit more the moulding. Just mark it and cut it again. Just leave the shaving off. Yeah, that feels nice. Okay, so I'll just apply some super glue to this section. Just glue that in place. Just hold it while the glue dries. Okay, so if I'm getting very close to Christmas, obviously it's normally time when, obviously, if you're like hobbyist, you can kind of ask your loved ones and family and friends, obviously, for Christmas gifts. Obviously there's too many to mention that obviously I need. Well, the good thing about this hobby is obviously you can build them up over years. But yeah, just let me know if in the comments if there's anything in particular that you'd really like and you'd really find helpful. Okay, so it's just time to add a little bit of moulding between these sections here. But what I found, obviously, with the full moulding with this piece of 1mm by 1mm on the edge, as soon as I try and put it in this one, because obviously it's only glued in, it tends to fall off. Just going to glue in the first two pieces and then just add the 1mm piece on top. Okay, now that weren't easy because obviously I'm left-handed. I had to use that as my right hand because obviously I couldn't use my left hand because obviously it would block the shot. So anyway, I'll fill in the rest of the other two small sections off camera because like I say it's a bit too difficult for me being left-handed, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm just going to add the last one. Maybe a small section. Just final adjustment. Just put the chair wheel back on. Check if it's okay. Yeah, if it's fine. Okay, I'm not going to go any further forward to the bow section. I'm just going to finish it here because obviously there's a little bit more work here, like a little bit of like a decorative, obviously some kind of like curve section. So I'm going to stop there and I'm just going to carry on returning back towards the stern. Okay, so it's time to start on some more of these obviously mouldings that are going to work their way back to the stern. Obviously I'm not following the instructions, I'm obviously working to a picture, but obviously I can't quite do it accurate because obviously, as I mentioned before in the previous video, this gun port's in the wrong position. It should be about there. So obviously this is going to make this obviously difficult to get this like this curve ball section there. So I'll have to just obviously work obviously best I can and just try and reproduce the picture, but obviously try and make it as close as I can. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I've got a little piece of 4mm dowel and I've cut it a 2mm thickness. I'm just going to pop it there, like obviously like it shows you in obviously the drawing and following. Okay, so I'm just going to do this first strip, kind of just make a mark around about there, around about there. Like I say, I don't have any drawings and I haven't got any plans, so I'm kind of like having to like do this to like eyeball and obviously just kind of if it looks right. Obviously when I do the obviously starboard side, I'll take all these measurements to obviously so I can reproduce it on the other side. But yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to cut another little piece of dowel, and obviously I'm just going to stick that in there. Like I said, when this is all finished, I might just obviously come back and obviously use a little Dremel tool and obviously just carve a little bit of detail into these circles. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this one over length. And I can always trim it back even after it's been fitted. Okay, so I've stuck in a little filler piece. Okay, so just applied some super glue all the way around the back of this. Like I said, we cut it out after around the gun port, so it's not an issue. I just added a 1mm spacer. That just needs to go up slightly. Okay, that's dry. I think it's cup of tea time. Okay, so I've just fitted a couple of these filler strips in, and it's now time to put in this curved moulding. So obviously I've just slightly curved the piece with my soldering iron. It's pretty much as I did when I was obviously forming the stern sections. So what I'm going to do on this one now, I'm actually just going to slightly glue it in a bit of a time, so then I can just properly form the curve. So I'm just going to make a mark on this piece here. And obviously I know I can add super glue right out to that section. Just adding another space on this curve just before the curve starts, so I know I can get that's in the correct position. Okay, so I'm just going to drop a little filler piece in. That's this section there. So now I know I can. I'll just push this up. I'll form the curve I need. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to make a pencil mark. And I can just cut this to length. Okay, so I'll add a little bit of super glue behind this. Okay, it's pushed into place. Check the curve. Yeah, the curve's okay. Okay, so roll a little bit of super glue down the edges. And just let the capillary action just take into place. Okay, so there's just a little bit more trim to go that obviously goes over the quarter gallery. So let's glue that in place. Okay, so I'm just going to add the final circle where these two pieces of moulding join up. So what I'm going to do is obviously just going to going to tack it in place with a little bit of super glue. Just so I can just trace the pencil lines. Just pull him off. So now I'm just going to carve into these. And there's this one as well. Yeah, that fits in there quite nice. Okay, just going to add a little bit more super glue. Just put the little pin in the end because it's obviously just easy to grab it. One is trying and that pin will be pulled out. Okay, so that's that section finished, and we'll move on to the next. Okay, so I'm going to cut these sections out, but first before I cut that, I'm just going to add a little dab super glue right on the edges, just to make sure that it's fully been taken. As I say, I'm just going to cut out these sections around the gun ports. So if you can just do it equally either side. Saves you. I'm just splinting the ends off. And then just finish the corners with a bit of sandpaper. Okay, so there's one final touch. Just add a slightly smaller dowel. That just finishes it off. Needs a little bit of sand. That's all the stern mouldings fitted. Okay, so after just finishing adding these little caps, that's pretty much all this moulding section complete for the port side into the galleries. So we're pretty much 99% ready for paint. I won't paint it all in one section. I'll paint all the stern, then I'll start to work down the port side, and obviously then I'll paint the starboard side. But yeah, I think obviously I've already started to mask off some of the windows. I've left a few still need masking, so I can show you that process when I start the painting, which will be the next video. So anyway, I don't think I'll get any more videos out this year, so obviously when I start the painting process, that'll be in the new year. So anyway, hope you liked the video. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Obviously if you're not already subscribed to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.